Howdy, folks. I want to talk to y'all about something that's important. I watched the Democratic convention, most of it anyway. First thing, all the damn news networks are worthless if you want to watch a convention. If you want to watch a convention, you got to go to C-SPAN, because these talking heads on the networks, they all love themselves just a little bit too damn much. So anyway, watch the Democratic convention. I haven't watched Obama's speech yet. I'll be catching that as soon as I get back to the apartment. But I saw McCain pick his VP. Absolutely good pick as far as I'm concerned. A woman who's a lifetime NRA member, Hunter. That's cool. Anyway, it's about our rights. The Constitution. Now, I've just exercised my Second Amendment right and gone and bought myself a new rifle and a whole mess of ammo. See, I bought 200 rounds each of 45 Colt and 223 ammo. And I got myself an old Winchester style lever action 45 rifle. Nice thing about that is it uses the same ammo as my Colt 45 revolver. And tomorrow, my best friend and I are going to be going out shooting some stuff up. They don't know I got this lever action rifle yet. So, and the guy in the gun store, the dude in the gun store was talking about how crazy it was, and it was, man. I mean, there were people lined up at that gun counter like I haven't seen in a long time. And when he mentioned that, I said, well, you ought to write a letter to Obama and thank him. You know? So anyway, what I wanted to talk to y'all about was your right to vote and exercising that right. There's a lot of us that have served in the military, and a number of us that have been injured and or killed. Basically, for one reason. And that is to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from all enemies, foreign and domestic. It's not your definition of what an enemy is for you folks that hate Bush. But the government and the idea is, at least it is for most of us, that we're protecting our constitutional freedoms as well as yours. for those of you who have not served. Now, I gotta say, it's always disappointing to me to see a 50% or less voter turnout at our elections. When I was out in Puerto Rico, they'd have 70, sometimes 80% turnout of registered voters. And these are folks who can't even vote in federal elections. I don't usually get into this. Truck go by. I don't usually get into this, but I paid a pretty good price for those rights. You know, I've been paralyzed now for 28 years, and I've spent 1/7 of that time in the hospital with various complications. The government's treatment, regardless of what these damn politicians say, VA and military medical care, long-term medical care is pretty lousy. Needs to be improved. It went up during the Reagan years. After Reagan left office, it started dropping off, and it's been dropping off ever since. Now, what that means is that, I mean, y'all have seen my videos and stuff. I've got this bed sore that's 5 years old. And still hasn't been fixed yet. I've got an appointment on the 8th of next month to talk to the doctor again about trying to get it fixed. Now, this is not unusual. One friend of mine in Puerto Rico was in the hospital for 7 years with a bed sore, and he's also got to have his leg chopped off. He's also, because of their incompetence, had it spread to his other leg and through his pelvis. A bone infection, that is. I don't have a bone infection, but anyway, I haven't heard anybody, I haven't heard a single veteran ever complain that they didn't think it was worth it. So, this comes down to your right to vote. Now, if you don't vote, you ain't got no right to complain about anything the government does. Puerto Ricans cannot vote, for example. They are American citizens, they pay Social Security taxes, but they don't get full Social Security benefits. They don't pay federal income tax, but still, if you're Puerto Rican and you're disabled, even if you're a veteran, you do not qualify for SSI. At least not in Puerto Rico. It's not being a Puerto Rican. If you're in Puerto Rico, you don't qualify. Can't get it. All right, so I don't care who you vote for. Just get your ass out there and vote. You know? I mean, I've got my preference, but that's not what matters. What matters is that the preference of the majority is represented. So, get registered to vote. Go on out and vote on Election Day. I believe it's November 6th this year. Don't take my word for it, though. And let's see that the government is ours, okay? And not just the choice of a few hardcore right and left wing, enthusiastic citizens, but it represents all of us. If you don't vote, you're voluntarily giving up some of your rights, and you have absolutely no room to complain if other rights are taken away from you. Because you didn't vote for the government that's taking them away. You didn't vote against the government that's taking them away. So, as I say, please, get out there and vote. Let's see something more than 50%, preferably more than 60%. It's embarrassing to watch other democracies look at us and see our lazy asses only turning out 50%. And when you've got the Iraqis willing to go in and vote under the threat of death, and when people in the voter lines got shot, gee, they stepped over the dead bodies and permanently marked a finger with purple ink, letting all the people who had threatened anybody who voted with death know for the next several days, hey, I voted. And they did that 3 times. And they had far higher than a 50% turnout. They had 80, 90% turnout. So, get out there and vote. If it's raining, get wet and vote. If the line is long, wait and vote. It's a few hours. So what? People waited hours and hours and hours to see Obama's speech last night. Those same people will be complaining bitterly if they have to wait 2 hours in line to vote. If you're in line when the polls close, they can't kick you out. All right? Just so you know. So get in there and vote. That's it. That's the message. Get registered. I don't know what, every state's got different laws about how soon you have to register. Get registered now, as early as possible. Make sure you get that done. And then go vote. Come election day. Hell or high water. Snow, whatever. Get out there and vote. That's it. I'll holler at y'all later. Adios. Take it light, everybody.